What up with it? What up with it? What up with it, Mac heads? What's up, YouTube? I got another Sherm story for y'all today. Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Welcome to another episode, KM Videos, True Stories.
Sicker than your average, pop a twist cabbage on instinct. Niggas don't think shit, stink haters. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's dead right, get the head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise,
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. Today's story takes place like 77, 78 because my sister Kim was still at home during this time. And Kim didn't leave the house until 78. So my brother had this girlfriend named Kathy. As young as I was, I remember Kathy was a little short girl. I don't know where Kathy was from, but I think Kathy was from the Valley. Because it seemed like it took forever whenever my brother went to pick her up or drop her off. It seemed like it took a long time. So I want to say probably the Valley, somewhere far out. Kathy used to be dressed fresh though. Kathy used to have these little mink coats, probably was fake, but have her mink coats on. Had nice rings. Like she didn't wear too much jewelry, but she wore some bomb jewelry with diamonds. And she had nice hair, probably wasn't too long. She kind of reminded me of like she could have been, like she was dark. I mean, she was caramel, brown skin. It seemed like she could have been mixed with like something Middle Eastern or Indian or something, from my recollection. She had good hair, good wavy, dark silky hair. And I actually liked Kathy. I thought Kathy was cool when she wasn't high. But just to see my brother with a girl, you know, I'm a little kid, and you know how you be wanting to know about sex, but you don't really know about sex, and you gotta sneak to watch movies and shit like that because your parents won't let you watch them. But yeah, man, I like Bro's Get Down personally, as far as him being with his girl and her sister and friends. I ain't had nothing better to do with no adults to be around anyway at the time. So it was always cool to be around there and hear the slang and the cuss words and stuff like that. So I could run back to school and repeat them. Kathy was always, you could always tell Kathy was high, man. It didn't matter if you was a kid, knew about drugs or not. You knew Kathy was high because she was something different. And my oldest brother, Benny, was in love with Kathy. He actually liked Kathy's sister too, you know, but that's another story. So before he met his wife, he used to mess around with Kathy. And I remember they used to smoke weed all the time. All of them used to smoke weed all the time and stuff like that. And my mother wasn't really feeling Kathy. In fact, my mother only liked my girlfriends. She never liked my brother's girlfriend. She was never into my brother's girlfriend. But she liked every girl I messed with. She liked them. You know what I mean? So she didn't like Kathy. She didn't like her sister. My brother would always bring Kathy over. And her sister. And a friend. And they would sleep on our floor. I remember we had this green shag carpet back then. And they would sleep on the living room floor. And my mother would always warn my brother about hanging out with drug addicts and how it wasn't cool for a woman to be looking like she be looking. Because Kathy might come over looking cool, right? But then her hair be all wild. Her clothes be all crooked and not fitting well. And she just seemed like she was slow, like she was a little bit mentally challenged, right? But again, it was because she was always high. And so I remember my mother was on this rant telling my brother, you need to quit bringing all them fools over here. I don't want them fools sleeping on my rug, sleeping in my living room. Y'all find somewhere else to go. And so the following morning, Who comes over? Kathy. Kathy and her sister comes over, and my brother lets them in. And my mother walks in the living room and looks. And she shakes her head. And Kathy looks at Mom with this blank stare. Don't even look like Kathy want to speak. And she didn't. And so my mother said, hi. And Kathy just stares at her. And my mother is like, fuck. Like, this is so disrespectful. My mother really feels disrespected because these women came into her house and this one woman that she can't stand refuses to speak to her. It's not that she didn't want to speak to her. She was so high she couldn't speak to her. And so I'll never forget. You know, my mother could be aggressive. My mother wasn't no punk. She was respectful, but she would be disrespectful as well. I'll never forget. Mom looked at her in disgust, and Mom said, bitch, can you talk? I fell out laughing. And Kathy's sister jumped, and Kathy's sister looking at me laughing like she wanted to say something, but she worried about Mom, and my brother wouldn't dare say nothing back to my mother. And Kathy was just sitting there. And my mother said, bitch, I'll slap the shit out you or you get the fuck out of my house. And Kathy's just staring at her. So I'm like, oh shit, like this is a dope time. I better get the fuck up out the way. And my mother tells my brother, get this bitch out of my house right now before I fuck her up. Matter of fact, you get her out of here right now and you don't come back in this house either. And my brother, come on y'all, let's go. And you know, he in love with her, he grab her, he hugging her, he kissing her like a little baby. Oh baby, I love you. My mother like, you sick motherfucker, you. You take that bitch and don't ever come back here. I'll never forget that because my mother was so upset. And as a kid, Kathy was just different, so I always remember Kathy. And that being the first girl that I remember that I can look back on and remember my brother being with and also falling in love with. And me and my sister not too long ago had talked about Kathy because my sister brought her up for some reason. I think about doing drugs. And I remember Kathy's name. And my sister was like, yeah, you remember her? Yeah, I remember her. I just told you her name. And so yeah, man, that was a trip. Moms couldn't stand the company my brother kept. She did not like them fools smoking that PCP or that Sherm, right? But yeah, man, this is just one of many stories of why I knew getting high just wasn't cool. You feel me? But that's it for today, man. I hope you liked this little short story. Y'all want stories. Y'all specifically asked for some more Sherm stories, so I gave it to you. That's the best I can do for now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, go on and click that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories here. Talk about my family, talk about my brothers, my sisters, talk about getting high, talk about rivalries, taking people's shit, fucking up our community, remorse, peace, all of that stuff. But I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Salute.
This is Los Angeles.